ఖచ్చితంగా ఇది ఏ యూరోపియన్ కంట్రీయో డచ్ కంట్రీయో కాదు. ఇది మన తమిళనాడులో ఉన్న చెట్టినాడ్ అనే ప్రదేశం. సుమారు 200 సంవత్సరాల పైగా చరిత్ర గల ఈ ప్రదేశంలో ఈ ఇల్లు నిర్మించబడి ఉంది. ఇప్పటికీ చెక్కు చెదరకుండా చాలా స్ట్రాంగ్గా ఉన్న ఈ ఇల్లుల్ని చూస్తుంటే అసలు ఎంత చరిత్ర దాగుందో దీని వెనకాతల అనిపిస్తుంది. నా కళ్ళతో మీరు కూడా చూడండి. ఇప్పుడు మనం చిదంబర్ విలాస్లోకి వెళ్ళబోతున్నాం. ఈ చిదంబర్ విలాస్ అన్నది సంగం గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ హోటల్స్ వాళ్ళు లీజుకి తీసుకుని దీన్ని ఒక మంచి హోటల్ కింద మెయింటైన్ చేస్తూ ట్రావెలర్స్కి ఇక్కడ మంచి ఆతిథ్యం ఇస్తున్నారు. సో లెట్స్ గో అండ్ ఎక్స్ప్లోర్ ఇన్సైడ్ హౌ దిస్ చిదంబర్ విలాస్ లుక్స్ లైక్. వచ్చిన వెంటనే మెడలో ఇది వేసి ఆహ్వానించి చాలా స్పెషల్గా ఫీల్ అయ్యేటట్టు చేశారు. బాగుంది. ఇక్కడి నుంచి స్టార్టింగ్ ఆపించాం. ఆ తర్వాత కోల్డ్ టవర్ కూడా ఇచ్చారు ఫేస్ తుడుచుకోవడానికి. అంటే ఇంత ఎండ్లో వచ్చాం కదా. సో థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. దీంతో మనం ఫేస్ తుడుచుకుని ఇంకా ముందుకెళ్ళి మన ప్రయాణం స్టార్ట్ చేద్దాం. చాలా రిఫ్రెషింగ్గా రిలీషింగ్గా ఉందన్నమాట. హాయ్ గైస్, నేను మీ పెరుగు ప్యాకెట్. విశాఖపట్నం నుంచి సుమారు 1400 కిలోమీటర్లు ట్రావెల్ చేసి ఈరోజు మనం చెట్టినాడ్ అనే ఈ ప్రదేశానికి వచ్చాము. ఈ ప్లేస్ ఏదైతే వచ్చామో దాన్ని చిదంబర్ విలాస్ అని అంటారనమాట. ఇక్కడ జిఎం గారు ఉన్నారు, సెంధిల్ కుమార్ గారు. సుమారు 8 సంవత్సరాల నుంచి, ఆల్మోస్ట్ 8 years నుంచి హీఈస్ వర్కింగ్ ఫర్ దిస్ బ్యూటిఫుల్ మాన్యుమెంట్. హీఈస్ ఎ కేర్ టేకర్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ మాన్యుమెంట్ అండ్ హీ టేక్స్ కేర్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ ద గెస్ట్ హూ ఆర్ విజిటింగ్ దిస్ ప్లేస్. సో వీ విల్ లిజన్ ఇన్ హిస్ వర్డ్. ఆయన మాటల్లోనే విందాం వాట్ ఈస్ ద స్పెషాలిటీ ఆఫ్ దిస్ ప్లేస్ అండ్ ద హిస్టరీ ఆఫ్ దిస్ ప్లేస్. సెంధిల్ కుమార్ సార్.
Vanakkam Ravi.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. You come all the way from Visakhapatnam. Very happy to receive you here and I welcome you. And we are in a region called Chettinad in TamilNadu.
Okay.
The Chettinad name came after the community who lives here called Chettiars. All right. So Chettinad consists of 76 villages. And Chettiars have built about 15,000 mansions in 17th, 18th and 19th centuries. So we are in one of the villages in Chettinad out of those 76 villages. And this particular village is known as Ramachandrapuram. All right. And also another part in this village is known as Vishwanathapuram. This particular village has got about 65 mansions out of that 15,000 mansions. So you can call it as a smaller village. And this has got a lot of magnificent mansions in this particular village. And Chidambara Villas, one of the grandeur mansions of Chettinad. So we will talk more about it going inside to the property. All right.
సుమారు 76 గ్రామాలు ఉన్నాయంట ఈ చెట్టినార్ విధి విధానాలని ద్వారా నిర్మించబడినవి. అందులోని ఇదొక ప్రదేశం. దిస్ ప్లేస్ ఇస్ కాల్డ్
రామచంద్రపురం.
రామచంద్రపురం అనే పేరు గల ఈ ప్రదేశంలో ప్రస్తుతానికి మనం ఉన్నాం అనమాట. అంటే మనం చూడాల్సిన గ్రామాలు చాలా ఉన్నాయి. కాకపోతే ఈరోజు మనం సెంధిల్ గారితో రామచంద్రపురం గురించి ఇంకా ఎక్కువ తెలుసుకోవడానికి ప్రయత్నం చేద్దాం. సార్, ఈ బిల్డింగ్ యొక్క, ఈ హోటల్ యొక్క, ఈ విలాస్ యొక్క చరిత్రని తెలుసుకోవడానికి సెంధిల్ గారి మాటల ద్వారా విన్నాం. సార్, ఓవర్ టు యూ.
Okay, Ravi, before we talk about this particular mansion, we'll also talk about the history of Chettiars.
Yes,
all right, Chettiars are originally from a place called Perugupackettu, a coastal town in Tamil Nadu, which is also known as Poombuhar. That's about 250 kilometers away from here. And Chettiars are basically tradesmen and merchants. They started their business with selling of salt. Then they went into grain, spices, clothes, gold, diamond. Finally, they ended up doing money lending business, which is a private banking business. Chettiars used to stay in that Perugupackettu, and they used to go into different kingdoms in India to do business. And also they used to sail across the sea and go into different Southeast Asian countries like Burma, Indonesia, Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, and also to Sri Lanka. They used to go there, do the trading business, money lending business, come back with the wealth, keep it in their houses and go back again. That was their routine. But unfortunately, end of 16th century, there was a massive flood which hit Pumbakettu. That was not known or named as tsunami in those days. That destroyed almost 90% of the town. So hearing this news, all the male members were doing business, they all came back from wherever they're doing business. And, most of them in that particular tsunami lost their life who were living there. So hearing this, all the male members of the family, who were doing business in different parts in Southeast Asia and also different kingdoms in India, came back and joined with the people who survived from that flood. And they all decided to move out from there. During that particular flood, many people have lost their life, and also they lost all the wealth they saved over the years. Okay, so they have to really suffer in that particular time. Then they all decided to move out from there.
So the ocean has taken the entire
yes
village
inside.
Okay.
So Chettiars, they wanted to they moved here because to this particular region. This particular region is basically located in the higher part of the head, where
the impact of sea might be.
Yeah, like here, the rain floods and all will not affect easily. Number one. Number two, this particular region is also located away from the water bodies, big water bodies. Like the sea is about almost 100 kilometers away from here, and also the river is almost about 100 kilometers away from here. So Chettiars have felt this is a very perfect place for them to settle. So they all came from Pumbakettu and they settled in 96 villages originally. All right. And out of that 96 villages, 76 villages are still existing. In these 76 villages, Chettiars have built 15,000 mansions in 17th, 18th and 19th century.
What about the other villages, sir?
Other villages also existing now. There are 76 villages. These villages now, divided between two districts. 30% of Chettinad is in Perugupackettu district, and 70% of Chettinad is in Sivagangai district.
Okay.
All right. So that is how Chettiars came, settled here. So this place is called as Chettinad. All right. All right. So this particular mansion is originally known as TSK House. T stands for Tirthappa Chettiar, S stands for Sokalingam Chettiar, and K stands for Krishnappa Chettiar. Okay, Krishnappa Chettiar is the one who built this house. In Tamil, we call this place as Tina Chona Kina House. All right, so Tina Chona Kina Veedu. All right.
Sounds
So
more like
T.S. Krishnappa Chettiar was a very humble businessman. He started his business with selling of colored dhotis. We call them lungis, They used to make the lungis here, and he used to take them along with other Chettiars, sail across the sea and go into Burma. He used to sell the lungis there. Why he was selling lungis? Okay, in Burma, even if you go today and see, you'll see both men and women wearing lungis there. It's like a national dress for them.
Correct.
So Krishnappa Chettiar was doing that business for the first 5 years, and he was earning a good amount of wealth from that. And while he was doing that business, he saw his fellow Chettiars are making quick money and also more money by doing money lending business, private banking business. So Krishnappa Chettiar also wanted to get into the money lending business. So whatever money he earned of selling of lungis, he invested that money into money lending, and he did that business for the next 15 years. All right, and he's become one of the wealthiest in this region. And in 1897, he started constructing this house until 1904. 7 years of construction with an investment of 7 lakh Indian rupees.
This house?
Yes. If you calculate the number of years from 1904 to 2025, it is 121 years. If you calculate the money value, the inflation of 7 lakh rupees in those days to this date, it will not be lesser than 5,300 crores.
5,300 crores.
Yeah, that is how
we are talking about.
House. This is how we built this house and named it as TSK House. All right. So we are a hotel group called Sangu Chakra Hotels.
Correct.
We have hotels in Trichy, Tanjavur, and Madurai. So we took this property from the current generation of Krishnappa Chettiar, his 3rd, 4th, and 5th generation, on a leased basis for 30 years in 2007. From 2007 to 2010, we did the restoration of this mansion, and in 2010, we opened this as a hotel and named it as Chidambara Villas. Now it's about 15 years. This is very successfully working as a heritage hotel.
Any reason, sir, for naming it as Chidambara Villas?
So Chidambara Villas, the name belongs to our Sangam Group owners. Okay, when our Sangam Group owners, when they started their business about 2-3 generations back, okay, they used to run a transportation business called, they used to run buses between the cities like Namakkal to Trichy, Trichy to Tanjavur. That particular bus company was named as Chidambara Villas, and the buses were also named as Chidambara Villas. That happened to be their first business, which brought them a lot of wealth and good luck, where they can get into many other businesses later, including hospitality. So with that sentiment, they named this place as Chidambara Villas.
Awesome. Got it.
All these mansions were built during the British era, when British were ruling India in 16th, 17th, 18th and 19th centuries. Now, in those days, there are many kings who were against British. They never allowed even a single British to get inside their kingdom. And there are many kings who are very cordial relationship with the British. They had a lot of cordial relationship with the British, and they also had a good relationship with them. So this particular Pudukkottai kingdom used to be a princely state of British under the British administration. So a lot of British used to live in this particular kingdom, and they used to mingle with Chettiars. They used to bring things like pens, watches, clocks, transistors from Europe, sell it to Chettiar. In return, they used to buy grain, spices, clothes, gold, diamond, and all these things. So that is how the relationship started. British actually inspired the way the Chettiars are doing that money lending and trading business. So British wanted to partner with Chettiar and take them to different European countries to do business along with them. So Chettiars have agreed to that, and they accepted the offer. They went along with the British to different European countries. While they were doing business there, the mansions which are already existing there actually inspired Chettiars. The Chettiars wanted to build those kind of mansions in their hometowns. You see, in those days, not many engineers or not many architects, so who can make a plan, design, and give it to them. So Chettiars used to hire people who make pencil sketches. They used to make pencil sketches of those mansions, brought them here, gave it to the local construction people, and told them to build it similar to that. If you see all the mansions in Chettinad from the exterior point of view, it all looks like European mansions.
Yeah, exactly.
But when you come inside, it is all built according to the Indian custom and also Chettiars lifestyle. So that is how Chettiars have brought the architecture from Europe to Chettinad.
Awesome.
And then we come into the grandmother clock here, and then we go inside and show the grandfather clock. All right. And then after we finish that, we talk about this door frame, and then this part, what it was used for. All right. Since Chettiars have had the opportunity to go into different European countries to do business, they have not only brought architecture, they have also brought a lot of construction materials from various parts of Europe and also Southeast Asian countries to build their houses. If you see this particular pillar here, this is Italian granite.
Italian granite.
Polished Italian granite. These tiles, black and white tiles, are Italian marble tiles. All right. And then the whole top, what you see here, it's all made of teak wood from Burma on the top. Okay. And then this particular pillar, what you see here, this is rosewood from Burma.
Roasted from?
Rosewood from Burma. All right. And then you see those stained beautiful glasses on the top. Those are from Belgium. Those are Belgian stained glasses.
How many years back we are talking?
That's about 120 years back.
Okay.
Yes, and you see these mirrors on both sides, one here and one there. Looks brand new as if it fixed only yesterday. So these were also brought from Belgium. All right. And you have a grandmother clock here. Sorry.
Should we take a closer look?
This is a grandfather clock. Okay, so these were brought from France, assembled in Pondicherry, we call it now Puducherry. Okay, so these were brought from France originally in different parts, and then it was assembled in Pondicherry, Puducherry. All right, you see even the name is here with the company who's assembled this.
But why is it called grandfather and that as grandmother?
Okay, the grandmother clocks have got a little broader size in the center part here.
Okay.
And the grandfathers have got, the narrow part. That is how it's called as grandfather and grandmother
Okay.
clocks. All right.
Can we call any grandfather from this phone?
Yeah, definitely. Yes.
Very old vintage collection. So nice to see that.
So these particular phones in those days are connected to the exchange.
Telephone exchange.
Telephone exchange. You can't make calls directly in those days.
Oh.
You'll have to book your trunk booking,
Yes.
And
yes,
you
yes.
to dial only one number. So you have line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4, line 5. So you'll have to call one of the lines from here. So that line will get connected into the exchange. So that's when you will tell them, okay, which number you want to call. So that is how they used to make the calls. While making the calls, you'll have to roll this particular part while talking. Yeah.
నాకే తెలీదు, నేను ఇప్పుడు తెలుసుకుంటున్నాను. ఇంకా నా ముందున్న ఇప్పుడు ప్రస్తుతానికి ఉన్న జనరేషన్ కి
This is how we'll have to
దీని గురించి
talk
తెలియదు ఎప్పుడు.
holding all this. Yeah.
Wow. And once they book the call,
they will ring back again. They have to
Again.
hang the phone, then they will get the ring here, then after that it will be connected.
so we wait.
It's
we
like
wait
the
for,
similar kind of EPABX system now,
uh-huh.
but those systems were connected to the exchange in those days.
Nowadays we don't even answer calls.
Okay, you see this beautiful door frame in front of you, Ravi.
Hmm.
Okay, this is made of one single piece of trunk, just one single piece of wood. There was a huge tree which was brought from Burma. It was cut open and all the carvings were done on it. All right, it is not made in pieces. It is made in one single piece of trunk. Okay, and this particular teak wood was brought from Burma and it was cut open and all the carvings were done on it. All these carvings were done by people from a place called Tirunelveli in TamilNadu.
Tirunelveli.
In TamilNadu. There were about almost 200 craftsmen who were working in this particular house to do all the beautiful carvings and woodwork in this particular mansion. All
Sir,
right.
one minute, sir. Before we move on,
Yes.
let me translate in Telugu also.
Yes.
ఈ ద్వారం ఏదైతే మీరు అందరూ చూస్తున్నారో సుమారు 200 kgs, you said 200 tons.
That's inside the doors.
Acha.
That's inside the
But
doors.
this entire is one piece.
This is made of one single piece of wood, one single piece of trunk. There is no joints in it
ఓకే
at all.
ఓకే. సో ఈ మొత్తం ఏదైతే మీరు ఈ డోర్ ని చూస్తున్నారో ఇదంతా ఒక సింగిల్ పీస్ అన్నమాట. ఈ సింగిల్ పీస్ లోని ఈ కార్వింగ్ అంతా, ఈ చక్రం అంతా చేయడం జరిగింది. సుమారు 200 మంది కార్మికులు దీని మీద పనిచేశారు. ఇప్పుడు ఆ విధంగా ఒక సింగిల్ పీస్గా తీసుకొచ్చిన ఈ చెక్కని చూడండి ఎంత చక్కగా, ఎంత అద్భుతంగా విగ్రహాలు కూడా నిర్మించి. విచ్ గాడ్ ఇస్ దట్ సార్?
You have Gajalakshmi,
గజలక్ష్మి,
you have Ashtalakshmi,
అష్టలక్ష్మి,
you have Lord Nataraja,
లార్డ్ నటరాజ,
you have Lord Krishna, Lord
Krishna,
Rama,
రామ.
all the gods are there.
ఓకే, అందరి కార్వింగ్స్ ఈ డోర్ మీద చాలా చక్కగా శిల్పులు చెక్కడం అనేది జరిగింది. ఇన్ని సంవత్సరాలు అయినా అది ఇంకా చెదరకుండా అంతే స్ట్రాంగ్ గా ఉంది.
Beautiful door frame actually crafted by only 2 craftsmen. So one craftsman from this side and one craftsman from this side. Okay.
Oh, super.
But if you see both sides, it will look identical
Same.
on both sides. Okay. How commitment, what kind of passion, what kind of commitment, what kind of the workmanship they had in those days. I will just show one example in this particular door frame here. They carved a beautiful elephant here. After carving this elephant, they carved this beautiful chariot on top of it. After carving this beautiful chariot, they carved these beautiful pillars. After carving these pillars, between the gap of these pillars, they carved a goddess statue inside.
ఈ మహాద్వారాన్ని ఒక చెక్కతో చెక్కడం అన్నది ఒక ఎత్తు అయితే సుమారు 200 మంది కార్మికులు దీన్ని తీర్చిదిద్దారు. కాకపోతే అందులో ఇద్దరు మాత్రం ఈ తలుపుకి ప్రాణం పోసారనమాట. ఒక శిల్పేమో ఇటు సైడ్ చెక్కితే ఇంకో శిల్పి అటు సైడ్ చెక్కారు. కానీ ఇక్కడ విచిత్రం ఏంటంటే, విచిత్రం అనేదానికంటే ఇద్దరికి ఎంత ప్యాషనేట్ అంటే, రెండు చెక్కిన విధానాలు కూడా వేరు వ్యక్తులైనా కానీ సమానంగా సమాంతరంగా వచ్చాయి. చూడండి, సేమ్. ఇక్కడ కూడా ఈ విగ్రహాలు ఉన్నాయి. ఈ మండపం లోపల మళ్ళీ ఒక దేవత విగ్రహం చెక్కడం జరిగింది, అక్కడ కూడా సేమ్. కానీ ఈ రెండు చెక్కిన వాళ్ళు ఒకరు కాదు. అంటే ఎంత కోఆర్డినేషను, ఎంత ప్యాషన్ ఉంటే ఇలాంటి ఆర్ట్ మనం చూడగలుగుతాం అన్నది ఒక చెప్పుకోదగ్గ విషయం చిదంబర విలాస్లో. హ్యాట్స్ ఆఫ్.
Ravi, this particular part of the house is basically used for Chettiars business. So Chettiars used to have their accountants. In Tamil we call it Kanakku Pillai. Okay. So they used to sit behind these boxes. Okay. One is sitting this side, one is sitting the other side here. Okay. So this is where they used to sit and do the money lending and trading businesses in this particular part. All right.
Okay. So people who used to come to take money,
yeah,
they will come here.
Yes,
and
they will do the transactions
and
go back.
Must be a quite busy place.
Correct. Yes, always. Yes. So we move from here to the next part. This is the original keys of this house. All right. This is made about 120 years back. All right. You can have a look at this.
Wow, boy. I don't know. I mean, దీంతో ఓపెన్ చేయాలంటే అంతే స్ట్రెంత్ కూడా ఉండాలేమో. What I'm saying is you need to have equal strength to open.
Correct. All right.
Open this.
So
we still use this?
We go inside and see how this works, even
super.
after 120 years. All right.
Super.
We go inside. Please come. So, each side of the door weighs about almost 200 kgs. So 200 plus 200, total 400 kgs. These are made of pure teakwood, all right? Because of the beautiful hinge system behind here, what you see are 1, 2, and 3, you can easily move these doors. If I remove this door, put it down, you can't lift it.
Can't lift it.
Yes, yeah. So heavy it is. And this is the locking system, what you see here. Door number 1, door number 2. This is lock number 1. So this is lock number 2. And this is lock number 3. This itself is enough. Even an elephant can't break these doors. Yeah. All right. But Chettiars still wanted to protect their houses with locks and keys, So the keys goes inside like this. Lock number 4, lock number 5, lock number 6. And that was not enough for Chettiars. It was not enough for Chettiars. The keys goes other way around, upside down.
Okay.
All right. Goes like this inside.
Okay.
Lock number 7.
My God.
Lock number 8.
My
lock
God.
Number 9.
Guys, the more money, the more locks you require. ఎంత ఎక్కువ డబ్బు ఉంటే అంత సెక్యూరిటీ కావాలి. But this technique is
something
extraordinary and probably doesn't exist now.
All this done by people in those days from a place called Dindikkal in TamilNadu.
Dindikkal.
They were very specialized in locks. Yes. 2, 3,
same key ni
6.
See how many times
7,
it is being used.
8 and 9. So these keys even can be locked from
other side also.
Other side, from the front side. Okay. So the keys goes here inside in this way. All right. So you can see here 1, 2, 3, and then the keys goes
turn it.
other way around. 4, 5, 6.
ఎవ్వడు తీయలేడు ఈ లాక్. Iron.
All iron. Yes.
Pure iron. Iron. Amazing, sir. Amazing. One of the amazing things I have
Correct.
ever seen.
You know, Ravi, in those days, all our Indian families had about 15, 16 children, you know, easily in their houses, like about 10 sons, 5 daughters, or
True.
10 daughters, 5 sons. You know, in those days, the daughters are not entitled for the immovable properties of the family. So when they get married, they've been given a bulk amount of liquid wealth and sent to her husband's house.
Correct.
So similar way, when a son is getting married, you get a new daughter-in-law coming into the house. When a new daughter-in-law is coming inside the house, she won't come with empty hands, she'll also come with a lot of wealth from her father's house. So that particular wealth will not be taken into the common wealth of the Chettiars, because Chettiars do not want any comparison happening between their sons tomorrow, that one son is saying that my wife brought more, your wife brought less,
Okay.
or the similar way the daughter-in-laws comparing themselves that I brought more, you brought less. To avoid all that conflicts in the family, whenever a son get married, he will be given one room like this in the courtyard to keep the wealth which is brought by his wife. All right, that will not be taken into the commonwealth of the house. Okay, it will remain only here, and it will go only to their sons and their daughters. So all these rooms which are located in this courtyard used for storing the wealth inside.
So mostly each other don't know how much.
Yes, correct.
Awesome.
Now we just touch the wall, you know, just to wipe it and check how it is, and come to this side and touch the wall here and feel the difference.
This is giving more chillness.
All right.
Cold,
okay, see, this the wall, you know, which is painted with normal painting now.
Right.
Okay, but these are painted about 120 years back. So these walls are textured with a special mix. Okay, these walls are textured with something called limestone. You know it. And there is a vegetable called haritaki in English. We call it kadukka in Tamil. Okay,
Kadukkai
in Tamil. Okay,
It's
haritaki. Yeah, haritaki. Haritaki. Haritaki.
Haritaki.
Okay, and kadukka in Tamil. Okay, kadukkai.
హరిటాకి అంటే తెలుగులో కరక్కాయ. కరక్కాయని కరిగించి అది ఇందులో మిశ్రమం కింద కలిపి అప్పుడు దీనికి పెయింటింగ్ కింద యూజ్ చేస్తారు.
So they mixed limestone, that vegetable called haritaki, kadukkai, and then they added palm sugar. With that, mixed with water, grinded to the smoother level, and then they added loads and loads of egg white into it. Not egg shell, not egg yolk, egg white into it.
Only egg white.
And they plastered all these walls. Okay, that particular limestone gives the solidness to the wall and also gives the cooling effect to the houses.
Yes, I can feel that.
Yeah, number one. Number two, this particular palm sugar and egg white gives the smoothness to the walls.
Very smooth.
All right, that particular haritaki, kadukkai, we call it, that particular kadukkai takes off the sweetness from the palm sugar and also takes off the odor, the smell from the egg white. Yes.
బేసికలీ ఆ కరక్కాయ అనేది మనకి చాలా చేదుగా ఉంటుంది. ఇట్స్ వెరీ బిటర్ ఇన్ టేస్ట్ వెన్ యూ టేస్ట్ ఇట్. బట్ ఈ రోజు మనం తెలుసుకున్నాం వాట్ ఆర్ ద అదర్ క్వాలిటీస్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ కరక్కాయ. ఇట్ ఈస్ యూజ్డ్ ఇన్ ద వాల్స్ ఆల్సో. ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్, వెరీ ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్.
Ravi, you see all these paintings, you know, the beautiful paintings on the top. Okay, you must be knowing a very famous artist in India called Raja Ravi Verma.
Raja Ravi Verma.
So all this of Raja Ravi Verma's inspirations. All right, Raja Ravi Verma used to go into different kingdoms in those days to do the portrait of kings. All right. So Chettiars were also equally richer like kings in those days. So some of the Chettiars brought Raja Ravi Verma to do their portraits in their houses. Okay, when Raja Ravi Verma came, they all got inspired by the way of painting. Okay, Raja Ravi Verma used to paint with natural colors, which are extracted from fruits, vegetables, plants, flowers, and also mix it with different kinds of mud and oil. So Chettiars, you know, after getting inspired by Raja Ravi Verma's painting, they have requested him to teach his skills to some of the local artists.
Okay.
So Raja Ravi Verma accepted and he taught his painting skills to some of the local artisans. All this painting, what you see here, these are painted by those local artisans. These are 120 years old paintings. We never touched, we never repainted this. It all remains as it is from 120 years.
Amazing.
Okay, Ravi, all the mansions in Chettinad starts from one street and gets end in another street. Okay, starts from one street and gets end in another street. All right, all four sides, the narrow streets are there in the Chettiar mansions. All right,
But all doors are in same line.
same
no, sir?
line. Yes, it's
Amazing.
all in the symmetric level. Okay, so
Sarikumal antaru
the air
Telugulo.
circulation comes from there till here very beautifully. All right, and this house is actually built in an area of 1 acre land.
Wow.
1 acre land with a construction area of 65,000 square feet. 40,000 in the ground floor, 25,000 in the first floor. Okay, this beautiful hall in those days used for to teach dancing and singing skills to the daughters, the girls of the house. In those days there was a ritual that whenever there is a wedding proposal comes up, the girls has been asked, when they go into wedding proposal, they've been asked to either dance or sing.
Can you
So in
correct
those days, so they used to teach the skills to the daughters symbolically to create interest. On the top, if you see, they kept the
All kinds of,
statues
yeah.
with music instruments and
Skills.
also the dancing postures on the top.
కరెక్ట్. ఈ రోజుల్లో అవన్నీ చెక్ చేసుకోవాలంటే ఇన్స్టాగ్రామ్ చెక్ చేస్తే చాలు తెలుస్తుంది.
All right, so this used to be the kitchen for Krishnappa Chettiar family in those days. Okay, so when this house was built, Krishnappa Chettiar family used to have 54 people living as a joint family in this house.
Wow.
54 people. All right, so they used to cook for all 54 people every day. It's like a festival every day at home, and they used to cook 5 meals a day. Breakfast, mid-morning snacks. They call it Edeppalagaram, and then lunch. Evening snacks again called as Edeppalagaram, and then dinner. Chettiars went into different countries to do business. As I told you, they went into Southeast Asian countries, they went to European countries. When they came back, they came with the best of ingredients from those countries.
Okay.
And they gave it to the ladies in their houses and told them to mix those ingredients with the cooking of Indian style. See, Chettinad food has become very flavorful because of that reason, and it has become world famous. So the reason behind this is they brought the best of ingredients from different parts in the world, and now those ingredients are even grown in India. All right.
మీకు ఫుడ్కి రుచి ఎప్పుడు వస్తుందంటే దాన్ని వడ్డించే విధానం బట్టి
All right, Ravi, you see this floor, this is basically the handmade tiles called Attangudi tiles.
హ్యాండ్మేడ్
Tiles, which are known as, Attangudi tiles.
ఓకే.
So this particular tiles, these tiles are made of limestone with natural colors which are extracted from fruits, vegetables and plants. All right, so these tiles are about now 125 years old.
Yeah.
Okay, and similar kinds of tile is also made now, but the materials are different. They use lime. They don't use limestone anymore or natural color anymore. So they use cement and artificial colors, but they do it in the same method. So you can witness that in the factories which are located near Attangudi. All right, so you can see those tiles also there. So these are 125 years old tiles. How beautifully it is made, and this completely maintenance free.
It's made locally only, sir?
Locally, yes.
Okay.
Yes. All right, so we are in Darbar Hall right now. So this particular hall has worked as a family administration hall. So when you have a family, joint family of 50, 60 people living, there's always some conflict between the family members, difference of opinion between the family members.
Yeah.
So Chettiars do not want their domestic issues to go outside their houses. They used to resolve it, by calling the people here, and the head of the family used to sit here, and the elders used to sit here and resolve the issues there. So that is how it is used as, the Darbar Hall. And also Chettiars use this place for their business meetings and other things. So you see this beautiful roof on the top here. This particular roof is actually made of, country wood with natural colors. Country wood meaning the wood from, like jackfruit tree, mango tree, like neem tree. Okay. And it all painted with natural colors which are extracted from fruits, vegetables and plants. All right, so this is 120 years old. We never touched, we never repainted this at all. It stays as it is from 120 years.
Wow. Sir, I see some hinges fixed there. Is it like...
This is basically for tying a fan, like those viseries.
We saw in the room also.
Yes. So those, fans called pankas. Yes.
So until you fall asleep, you have to keep fanning yourself. అమేజింగ్ సార్. విశాఖపట్నం నుంచి ఎవరైనా సరే తమిళనాడులోని ఈ ప్రదేశాన్ని విజిట్ చేద్దాం అనుకుంటే మీరు రావాల్సిన ప్లేసు చిదంబర్ విలాస్. సెంధిల్ కుమార్ గారు ఇక్కడ 8 సంవత్సరాల నుంచి ఈ ఆతిథ్యం చాలామంది గెస్టులకు ఇస్తున్నారు. దేశ విదేశాల నుంచి అంటే ఫారిన్ కంట్రీస్ నుంచి కూడా చాలామంది వీళ్ళ ఆతిథ్యం నచ్చి ఇక్కడికి కనీసం 1 or 2 nights స్టే చేయడానికి ఈ ప్లేస్ని ప్రిఫర్ చేసుకుంటున్నారు. చాలా ఎకనామికల్గా ఉంటుంది ఇక్కడ రేట్స్ అన్నీ. ఫుడ్ కూడా చాలా అంటే చాలా టేస్టీగా ఉంది. అండ్ స్విమ్మింగ్ పూల్ ఉంది, బార్ ఫెసిలిటీ కూడా ఉంది, అండ్ బ్రేక్ఫాస్ట్, లంచ్, డిన్నర్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఈస్ టేకెన్ కేర్ ఆఫ్. డూ యాడ్ ఇన్ టు యువర్ ట్రావెల్ బకెట్ లిస్ట్ చెట్టినాడ్ అండ్ చిదంబర్ విలాస్. ఏ డే టు రిమెంబర్ విత్ సెంధిల్ కుమార్ సైనింగ్ ఆఫ్. నేను మీ పెరుగు ప్యాకెట్.